Now, my next guest started singing in folk clubs around Scotland in the 60s and went on to sell millions of records worldwide. She's also an Olivier Award-winning actress, but it's all thanks to the Beatles that she shot to fame back in 1974. Who else but Barbara Dickson? Lovely.
Blimey, that singing, it sounds like I'm on helium. Where did you get that?
That was your first BBC appearance in 1974.
Was it really? Well, it was from John Paul George Ringo and Bert, the Willie Russell show, that brought me down. But I mean, it was, I've never seen it before.
The saddest thing about being on television is that people do always rate these things, that your past is still a part of yourself.
You're absolutely right, Alan. In fact, I'd rather see that than the hair of I Know Him So Well. That was unforgivable.
Well, you were backlit, which was even better. It's sort of this big halo around your head.
We were glossed up. Everything was glossed up. But, you know, that was what we looked like then.
But it was that encounter with Willie Russell that started you off on the road that you travelled.
Well, Willie Russell, like me, was an enthusiast of folk music, and I met him through that music. And he and I met each other in the late 60s. And when he wrote that show, I don't think he ever thought that he'd have a female singer singing the songs. But when we did it, it worked. It was just such an unusual thing to do, to have those songs interpreted by a woman.
Well, you became very famous for your singing there, but then he catapulted you into acting as well. When you got an Olivier for
Blood Brothers, which was about that was about 8 years later. I didn't know I could act, but I gave it a go because I think Willie wanted me to sing the songs, and he was desperate to have me sing the songs. At least that's what I thought at the time. And then I had to, I just had to bite the bullet and trust the director, Chris Bond, who was fantastic with me, and I did it, and it was okay. And the rest, as you say, was history.
You start a tour in February. Is it? I always think it must be very difficult on tour because you want to do two things, most performers. A, to take their career forward and keep being fresh. Secondly, not to disappoint the audience who want to hear all those old songs again. Is that a problem that you live with when you tour?
No, it isn't, because I think it's foolish to do the latter. I think you have to play everything that people would expect you to sing, and you have to satisfy yourself. Because if you're an artist and you want to move forward, which I do all the time, you have to do that, but not forgetting the milestones of your career. People want to hear I Know Him So Well, they want to hear Caravans, and they want to hear Another Suitcase. In particular, they want to hear those songs. If I didn't sing them, it wouldn't be a good experience for me or for them. So I do it, but it's how I do them that's interesting, because now my music, it's not, it's not wham, bam, power. I mean, I Know Him So Well has changed from a power ballad into something that is much more intimate now, with just one acoustic guitar accompaniment.
Well, the DVD's out as well.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at a bit from the DVD. Here's Barbara in performance.
I won't recall the names and places of this sad occasion, but that's no consolation here and now. So what happens now? So what happens now? Where am I going to? Where am I going to?
It's interesting, isn't it, comparing that sound with the original sound? There's a wonderful mellow quality to it.
Yes, I much prefer that version of the song to the record. I mean, the record was 30 years ago, but I just like the intimacy and I think you're much more focused in on the words and the way we sing it now. And that was done in November, that DVD, so it's very current. And that's the way we present what I do on stage, and we will be in February when I go out and tour.
But it's a bit tiring, Barbara.
Well, it is. and it isn't. I mean, it is if you decide to burn the candle at both ends, which I don't do. I mean, I'm very sensible and I do go to bed and do all that stuff. And the routing isn't too bad, so I'm not doing massive journeys. And I am playing a massive, huge cross-section of places from the little stables at Wavendon, which is about 350 people.
John and Cleo Dankworth's
to
place,
the Sage, which is about 1,500. So I'm playing, you know, the big ones, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Manchester, Liverpool, the Sage, Birmingham, as well as some small ones as well. So every time I walk in for my sound check, I think, now, what is this? What have we got
Where
here?
am I? Where am I?
And what is it?
Nerves?
Yes, every single night I have that feeling that I want everybody to go away and love what we do. I think I'm driven like most artists. I'm not in show business. I look at myself as a musician. I want people to really be convinced of what I'm doing, and the only way to do that is to treat it absolutely seriously.
You're going to sing us a song from the new album that's coming out. Tell me about that. Smile. Is it the Smile I think it's going to be?
Well, it is, yes. It's a very unusual rendition, if you like, of Smile. But we've done this new album called Time and Tide, which is really a fusion of kind of Celtic and classical music, and it's got 3 contemporary songs and a song co-written between me and Troy, who's playing for me today. So it's got something for everyone, but it's a very thoughtful album, and I love it.
And Smile, of course, written by Charlie Chaplin.
It was, yeah. The music written by him.
Yeah, and he wrote Limelight as well, because he was a good
Yes.
tunesmith, actually,
Yes,
wasn't he?
yes, yes.
Wonderful.